This is what we started with. That didn't look good. This is solenoid and the main fuse for the whole bike's power.
The starter's been working, but we actually haven't started the bike, so we're gonna start it and give it a try.
Let's do it. That's weird that it's not firing all of them now too.
Well, we had a restful sleep, and it's kind of overcast with the clouds, which is nice, not too hot. And we have a perfect sloped driveway for a bump start this morning. Ethan's off the hook for having to give me a morning push. Anyways, we're riding into town real quick to get some breakfast, and then we're going to make our way to Denver over Rabbit Ears Pass. Kind of a cool name. I still am like maybe kind of hopeful that it would start, but not anymore. Not quite.
There she goes. Bump starting. Maybe I'll try a little bump start. Oh yeah. Oh. Took almost the whole hill.
Bump start morning. Oh, it's so nice out. It's like the perfect temperature. Probably like 70 degrees or something. It's already 11 o'clock. We slept late. We were pretty wrecked from yesterday. We rode 8 hours yesterday. It was much longer than we expected because we hit that gravel canyon, which took like 3 times as long as it should have. But Steamboat's a beautiful place and lots of cool riding around here, that's for sure. All right, so we just had a nice brunch, really. We skipped breakfast. It's already noon. Getting on the road now. We just filled up. It's already raining, which we didn't expect, nor did the weatherman. But I think it's just a little rain clouds. We'll probably get out of it here in a minute. Anyways, we're just coming out of town. It's about 3 hours. Really pretty. We're Rabbit Ears Pass now to figure out what the history of the Rabbit Ears name is. But I would assume it's some sort of like feature.
The pass got its name from French fur trappers in 1865 because of the rock features on the summit, which look like 2 rabbit ears sticking out of the peak.
One nice bag on my bike. I got a thermarest. Now you can sit comfortably.
I was a little jammed into the tank because my thermarest was.
But only for like what? Only for like a week.
Only for like 1,500 miles. All right, so we just went over a huge pass, and it was raining, it was pouring, it was freezing, and it was foggy. There was snow up on top, but it was raining, so we didn't have the GoPros on. And we just came down from the pass and are slowly warming back up. But sadly, we're now just hopping on the interstate the rest of the way into Denver. It's 45 miles out of Denver now. And at least we're going to warm up, and hopefully the rain will not come back. But the pass was actually amazing. There was such cool views. It was a shame it was so kind of foggy because you wouldn't have really been able to see much on the camera. But anyways, now we're just going to make our way through all this traffic.
Coming through a mountain right now. Very cool. Hidden Valley. Is that like the salad dressing?
I know, that's what I was wondering.
I think it probably is. There's a salad dressing in the United States called Hidden Valley.
The ranch dressing is the most famous.
Dressing. They kind of claim to be one of the first ranch dressing companies. A little traffic going into Denver. We're about 45 minutes away. It's much warmer now. We just came, I think we hit, 3 or 4 passes in the last couple hours?
Yeah.
I feel so much better coming down in elevation. We must have gone up to like 12 or 15,000 feet because we started at 8, maybe 10 or 12. Confirm that later. Red Rocks Park, next right. It's a very famous concert venue in Colorado. Probably one of the top venues in the United States, if maybe even the world.
Little church here. Now we're coming down 6th Avenue, right to downtown Denver. Still pretty hot. Traffic was a little heavy. Ethan had a close call, but we made it. We're actually going to my sister's place. She lives here, so scored. Got another free place to stay, and it'll be fun to hang out with them for the weekend.
All right, so we're here in Denver. We're taking apart the starter switch to my bike to try to figure out what's going on.
It looks like to get the bottom part of the switch, there's the on-off switch on top, and then there's the starter button switch right here, which I think might have a problem. But to get that, I think I have to undo the carburetor, the throttle cables to get enough slack to pull off this. So I might just try, kind of go over the switch.
Putting it back together, gonna see if it works. We can't tell if it's the on-off switch or
Yeah, so all I did was
starter switch.
Oh, see, there's the ball. Things fly out, so you got to be careful.
Wow, it's so small. Hopefully when we put it back together, this can help the starting problem. If not, we'll still be push starting it.
I think this goes like so. Sal's taking over it now, because
Maybe it's actually it lays down like this. I think that's what it is.
good thing I took a picture, because I don't know if we'd get this otherwise. Does that help?
Not quite. Here, look, this goes right in here.
There you go. Knew she'd get it. Okay, so I was gonna have to take off the tank and the bearings, the seat and everything to unhook the throttle cables to get to the starter button, but then I just thought maybe I can just take off the clip-on handlebar, get enough slack in all the cables, and then pull it off.
We realized that it probably isn't the starter switch because we could push start it, and the switch was working with push starting, like turning it on and off. So we think we need to investigate further. There was a lot of dirt in it, cleaned it out a bunch, and we're putting it back together. We'll see if it did anything. If not, it's got to be something else. We also put some dielectric grease on there to hopefully make the connections a little bit better.
Maybe this has to go up here. Oh, yes.
Okay, we haven't completely finished tightening everything. We're gonna try it first.
Oh.
Nada.
Well, let's
Okay.
take it back off and
Double check.
yeah.
So we're getting ready to leave tomorrow. I've been staying at my sister's house, which is really nice. And Ethan
It's been a battle.
has been a
It's been a
magician.
serious battle. I'm not
And-
sure if we've won, but we definitely made progress.
We filmed some of it. We were trying connections for the solenoid. They were sort of worn, so we put new connectors on, and Ethan put the old solenoid back on, actually. Not the one that we bought at the Honda dealer on the way. So now we have the old one back in there.
This is what we started with.
Yeah.
That didn't look good. This is solenoid and the main fuse for the whole bike's power. We went to this one and we thought it stopped working because we would change solenoids. We had some extra ones. We would change them and then it would run again. But then eventually it would stop and wouldn't start. And there was an aha moment when I hit the starter with a screwdriver. It started working.
The starter's just right here. We disconnected it and cleaned it and put dielectric grease on. Ethan tapped on it. The starter's been working, but we actually haven't started the bike, so we're gonna start it and give it a try.
Let's do it. I don't know if we probably flooded it.
Yeah, we're just like trying to start it.
Yeah. That's weird that it's not firing at all though now too.
Let's oil your chain.
Well, what change?
Do something productive.
Yeah, let's let it.
We did wash the bikes because tomorrow we're going to Overland Expo West, which is very exciting. So it's in Loveland, Colorado. So
Okay.
it's kind of funny because we're going to be the only people rolling in on street bikes. We don't have the XRs. They're in Africa. So we're taking street bikes to the Overland Festival. But it's going to be cool. There's going to be a bunch of like events and interesting people to talk to, so we're looking forward to it. Okay, so we figured this was the only thing that we messed with, so we took apart the ignition switch again. One of the wires is broken. So now we're gonna solder it. We soldered it with the help of a neighbor who preferred to not be on camera. All right, we're about to hit the road to head to Overland Expo, and it's still raining. We've been trying to wait out the rain, but it's still pouring, so now we're just gonna make a run for it. We got the starter going, and then one of the wires on the run switch was disconnected, which I believe we did film. we basically just like soldered the wires together. So now the bike just runs when I turn the key on, and this switch is kind of non-existent in a way.
Which is fine.
Bike should be good. We're just gonna get really wet, but here we go.
Here we go. All right, John.
Okay.
Love you.
Thanks, guys.
You got your lights still? Yeah, they are.
Bye, guys.
Bye.